Hello and welcome. Now in this video I am going to be talking you through how to carry out a trade on Bitshares. So I am going to be talking you through how to carry out a trade on the Bitshares platform. It's a fairly straightforward process. Now if you do not have a Bitshares account, I shall leave a hyperlink in the description, so just click on that and follow through. It's fairly straightforward to create an account, so to do that. But if you do have an account, then this is how to carry out a trade. It's a fairly straightforward process, as I said. So it is going to be a fairly short video, but this process needs to be documented, so I am using this video to document it. So what you have shown on your screen is the exchange front of the Bitshares platform, and if you look at where my cursor is here, it tells you, it highlights the word exchange. So this is where the trade takes place. Now I am aware that my screen is covering some of my face rather is covering some of the screen, so I'm going to pull this in a bit just to give you a good view of this section of the let's minimize that. Okay, so I wanted to show you this section where my cursor is here. Where my cursor is here is where the tokens that are tradable on Bitshares are listed. So now the token that I am using to make this example, the token that I am trading for this video is Chinese yuan, and it's listed as CNY here. So this is a token that I trade often, so it's a token that I'm familiar with, so it's the one I'm going to be using, and rather it's the one that I'm going to be using for this example. So now if you select the token that you are looking to trade, it's immediately highlighted in blue. So now make this a full screen again, and then what is highlighted in blue, it then populates the rest of the screen. So now if you look at the address bar, it now tells you what's in play. CNY, that's the Chinese yuan, to Bitshares. So I'm looking effectively to buy Chinese yuans for Bitshares. So I'm using Bitshares to buy Chinese yuans, and then it gives you all the information you would need. This is the graph of recent trades. This can span any length of time, so that's for, I think that's for 3 months, 1 month, 5 days, 1 day, etc. And you can, it gives you all the information that you need. And to the left of your screen, where my cursor is here, it gives you the sell order, which is what is showing in red, and the buy order, which is what is showing in green. So the buy order tells you how much people are willing to pay for it, and then the sell order tells you how much people are willing to accept for it. Now if you look at the bottom of the sell order section of the screen, where my cursor is right there, the bottom figure is the lowest that that a seller is willing to accept for yuan. So it's the lowest trade sell order placed there, and the topmost green one, which is the lower section, is the highest that somebody is willing to pay for the token. So you can see it's just small margins. So the lowest anyone is willing to accept is 1.4847, etc. And this, the highest anyone is willing to pay is 1.4846. So you see the margins are quite, they're close together. So once those margins converge, then a trade takes place. So now how I place my trade is I go into the buy order section and I place an order from the 10th lowest, from the 10th highest placed order downwards. So I leave out the topmost 10 buy orders placed, and I pick a figure from the from 10 and below, from 11 and below. So roundabout there, really, this is more illustration. This more illustrates the point. So where my cursor is there, I click on there. So if I click on there, then it then populates the order form. So that's the order form here where my cursor is there. So in this section, this is where a trade is placed. So now I've clicked on that existing price point, and you can change it, by the way. So if I wanted, for instance, to lower it, I can just make those changes there. It allows you to do that. So you populate the price section with the amount that you're willing to pay for the token, and then you state the quantity that you're looking to buy. So let's say I wanted to buy 10, so that's 10 stated, and then it tells you how much it's going to cost you. So that's how much I'm willing to pay for the token. I'll highlight it so you can see it's 1.479, etc., and that's how many I'm looking to buy. So now this is what it's going to cost me in Bitshares. It's going to cost me in Bitshares 14.79469 Bitshares. So that's how much I'm going to have to pay for 10 yuans at that price. And what is going to cost me in fees in terms of what the exchange is going to charge me to carry out this trade is that figure there. So that's the fee. So 0.00578. So it's so small, it's really virtually nothing, but that's just the fee anyway, and it's that small. They've made the fee that low to allow for the frequency of trade, so it allows people to trade a lot more frequently because the fees are not that high. So having now settled on what you're willing to pay and what quantity you want, you then click on the buy button right there. So that's the buy button there. So you click on that, and then it gives you the option to confirm. So it gives you the details of the trade that you're about to place. It tells you the price that you're looking to pay. It tells you all of the information that you need, really, your seller name and how long the trade is going to be placed for, because the trade doesn't immediately take place if you are not matching any of the sell orders in place. So if you are placing an order for a price that is lower than the price listed, that order is then placed on the market till a seller is willing to match it. So this is what we're now going to do. So if we click on confirm, what does it do? Sometimes they ask you to log in, but I think I'm logged in already. So now if you go to this section of the screen, I'll reduce this again. Oh, that's gone. So it now tells you, let me just go to the activity section, because this is now where things are taking place. So if we now go to the activity section, if you go to the topmost slot there, it tells you now that the order is being placed. So it tells you place order. This is the order I've just placed, and then the blockchain is confirming it. So it's pending. You can see the countdown. So it's just being checked to see if I've got the tokens that I've got the amount of tokens to carry out the trade, etc. All the checks necessary. So it's now doing that check. You can see the countdown right on your screen. So once that countdown runs out, which is round about now that trade is now placed. So now where is that trade? Well, that trade is in the open order section of your account. So if you go into the open order section of your account, which is where my cursor is right now, and you click on there, you see that trade placed. So that's the trade placed. It's for 10 Bitshares, for 10 yuans rather. So where my cursor is right here is the trade that we have just placed. So it is now pending and is looking to be filled. And if you wanted additional confirmation, you go back to the tokens page, to the token, the page of the token that you're looking to trade. So you go to their screen, and it shows, just waiting for it to load up, and it shows, you give me a moment, it shows right there at the bottom of the screen. So it shows right there at the bottom of the screen. So that's the buy order showing. My open orders is what the header is right there, and then these are the trades that I have I have presently placed in that market. So this is the trade that we've just now carried out, we've just placed for the purposes of this example. So that's the trade right there. Is there, placed, waiting to be filled. And if you do change your mind at any point, you simply click on the red X, so X to exit, and that cancels out the trade. But I am not going to cancel out this trade because I want it to be filled. So now that's now placed, and additionally you can see confirmation here. If you come to this section, it should show you the order that you've just placed. So it's there somewhere. It should be highlighted, but it's not quite bold on my screen, but it does often show there. But never mind, it's showing here in your open orders, it's showing here on your dashboard, so it's now placed, ready to be filled. So that is how to carry out a trade on Bitshares. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section down below. With that, I'll leave you there. We'll keep this conversation going in the comment sections, and if there's anything else you'd like me to cover, place that in the comment section as well, and I shall look into it. So we leave it there, and I'll leave you there, and I'll say peace.